Now I invite here our international guest of today's program, His Excellency Mr. August Septono, the Consul General of Indonesian Republic in Mumbai. He will run us through the bilateral partnership between India and Indonesia, and how education can be a pillar stone of furthering this partnership between India and the Indonesian Republic. Mr. August Septono.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed professors from various institutions of higher learning. It is a great honor for me to attend the 24th World Education Summit in Hyderabad, representing Indonesia. Not just because India and Indonesia are both strong, growing economies in Asia, but because education and culture ties between Indonesia and India have been established since 15 centuries ago. Not many people know this, but in the Buddhist monastic University of Nalanda, located in present-day Bihar, ancient inscriptions showed accounts of collaboration with the Sriwijaya Kingdom, which had its capital in South Sumatra in present day. The roots of education and culture relation between India and Indonesia, what is now Indonesia, run deep and deserve to be renewed in this modern age. That period, around the 5th to 6th century within the Gupta Empire, is often referred to as India's historical golden age. So I'm proud to note here that we are currently present in another golden age, the age of excellent relation between India and Indonesia. It is also fitting that we meet in this summit on world education during a year when Indonesia holds the presidency of the G20 group of the world's most important economies. And next year, the presidency will be held by India. We owe it our ancestors and our children to renew our education cooperation as well. Indonesia presidency of G20 this year stands on three-pillar global health architecture, sustainable energy transition, and digital transformation. Of course, this is related to our opportunity, biggest opportunity in further cooperation in digital transformation, since we just faced 2.5 years for the pandemic situation, and all of around the world, including India and Indonesia, we face a very severe situation, including in education. I must admit that Indonesian students have spent decades going to Europe and other countries for overseas studies at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. India may not yet be the most favorable study destination for Indonesian people, despite the widely known fact that a large number of successful global entrepreneurs and CEOs are actually of Indian origin. But here is where your opportunity awaits. Since before the pandemic, Indonesian parents were sending their children to new destinations such as France and UK, whereas Indian universities also have been recognized by QS World University Ranking for their advanced education, especially in engineering and ITs. Acknowledgement that Indonesian parents and students could consider as the basis for fascinating overseas study destination. The bulk of Indonesian population, like Indians, are the young, productive generation. Many work in the mining, manufacturing, and tourism industry, which are doing well in Indonesia. But one education specialization in which Indonesia's relatively lack in engineering. Indonesia can gain much from what you have offered through the 2 dozen Indian Institute of Technology plus improvement in the promotion of Indian university toward prospective Indonesian students. Besides having portion of your website in Bahasa Indonesia, yes, even the word language is the same in both our language. We can find many similarity. You can also make sure your university portfolio is part of the list of universities promoted by the Indian Embassy in Jakarta, plus the Indian Consulate in Medan in Bali. The Indonesian student who I have met in the university in India during my 2 years and 6 months, usually they receive scholarship from ICCR, ASEAN program for PhD, and Study in India program. But there is still a growing number of Indian students vying for a seat in your university, waiting to find you at Education Expo or online. There are also programs in the pipeline of Indian university and academies to conduct capacity building program for our transportation ministry and Ministry of Information. Did you know that Indonesian Railway Agency is currently looking for Indian partners who are ready to share their engineering knowledge? We now trying to find out many cooperation between U2U or also G2U. It is real, it is happening now, and this collaboration between Indonesian institutions and Indian institutes will only grow stronger. So remember that universities can make your own outreach program, because India as a whole is becoming more and more familiar, especially since Indian pop culture have already been popular in Indonesia since 1990s, including Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, and many. As global youth today grow closer because of the internet and the pandemic, even free non-degree online courses have grown in popularity among Indonesians. I hope your university are ready, because the number of Indonesian students ready to study overseas is as high as ever. Information technology and engineering are knowledge strengths of Indian higher education. So the next step now is to make sure Indonesian students understand the benefit in safety living and studying in India. While Indonesian students are encouraged to study STEAM programs, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, our government also providing the flagship art and culture scholarship program as more Indians discover our shared heritage and culture. This familiarity is a good place to build on student and teacher exchange. And now is a good time to do so as we celebrate 70 years of friendship in bilateral relation. With a little more targeted effort, all Indian university can make Indonesians know that they will feel at home in India, whether interacting with local performing prayer in their room or going to walk to get themselves dinner tonight. Overall, the pandemic has not made it easy for inter-university student exchange, but it may be remembered as the milestone that forced students and professors alike to accept that online classes are an unavoidable part of future learning. In the case of Indonesia, today we already hear presentation about how India, especially Telangana, during pandemic. In Indonesia, the same things. During pandemic, we also have a difficulty when pandemic starting in 2020. So after we try to make adjustment, thanks God, we have quite a big budget for the education. For 20% of the government budget is for education. So that's why during pandemic, all of the budget we concentrate for the university, high school, all others education. So we also provide the equipment for the student, because the problem in Indonesia, we are the largest archipelago countries. So we have very difficulty to find the village people which live in the many, not only in the city, but in the village. This is the difficulty for us. And maybe the other difficulty is about the internet. So finally, we get solution, and all of the education system in Indonesia during pandemic, we also use online system. And even in university, since there is get a lecture from professors, and also during the examination, they can do it online. That is until this year. Now, step by step, since COVID already, it's already no COVID, including Indonesia, so the people also try to make a hybrid, so online and offline. So we don't know, but like many, already 3 speakers mentioned, in the future, maybe hybrid also is one of the best. For example, in our case, 2 years case of pandemic, we can have many cooperation also, many exchange professor through online. That is already done since the leaders of India and Indonesia, Prime Minister Modi and President Jokowi, met in 2018, they had welcomed the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on Science and Technological Cooperation, while affirming their commitment to expand cooperation in information and communication technology to support innovation and the digital economy. As you can see, both our leaders have long been ready. Your university should be too. Indonesia as the largest economy in Southeast Asia, and yet has much catching up to do, from information technology to artificial intelligence, and from entrepreneurship to management. Indonesia transition to Southeast Asia most democratic nation less than 10 years after it almost collapsed economically. And now our countries are both part of any global list of strongest economic growths in the last 20 years. More importantly, Indonesia national budget allocate a breathtaking 20% to its education sector, which means that our scholarship and funding can also point toward India's many university and academic. If only you can project a bright enough light that Indonesian students and their parents can see. So let us bring to a higher level the education collaboration between our two countries, university and government. Thank you and best of success during the World Education Summit. Namaskar, thank you.